Hey everybody, it is Monday, so back to farming. I took a little break from it yesterday. I didn't do very much on it because life got in the way, as it has a tendency to do sometimes. So back to my farm again, and so I'm just working on the stuff that I do between derbies. As far as I know, there is not going to be a special derby next week. Nope, it's just gonna be nice because we just went to a power derby right into a mystery derby, so I'm ready for a break. But I've already collected the stuff from the derby. It wasn't terribly exciting. I got a few things for land expansion and maybe a few things for like mining, but that's about it. So, chatting about profitability in Heyday, because the last time we were together, I told you that bread was the most profitable product that I found in my own math inside Heyday. And I know that was just so terribly exciting for you all. But for those of you who are into making as much money as possible, it could be a very useful thing. So as you can see, I'm actually making bread at the moment because just about everything else is stocked up on my barn. I don't have anything terribly exciting going on. So I'm like, might as well make bread. Sells quick, nothing too exciting with it. It's easy. So, all right, so let's talk about the next most profitable product that I found in my math in Heyday. Again, I'd be more than happy to chat with you if you guys find something different. Okay, what about this one? You forgot this one. Totally cool. But what I found. This one did surprise me. The one in third did not surprise me, but the one in second did. And when I did my math, I did it about 3 or 4 times to make sure that I was doing my math correctly. And I will talk you through my math to explain how I got the number I got. And then we can discuss kind of the pros and the cons of the way I did it. So, the second place most profitable product, coins per hour, with all of the products inside it and the product itself, so the stuff you use to make the thing and the thing itself, all together that I found, was honey popcorn. That threw me off, because with the honey component inside there, I didn't think it would be terribly profitable. But let me explain to you my math and explain why I don't normally make a ton of honey popcorn to make money. But let's explain the math first. So how did I do it? Well, the components needed to make honey popcorn are right there: corn and honey. Okay, fairly obvious. Corn grows in 5 minutes, which is 0.083 hours. And then you've got to make the honey. All right, well, the honey is made by your beehives getting completely full. For me, that takes about 2 hours. It's not precise. I do the ultra scientific way of I write down the time when my beehives are empty, and then I write down the next time I check it and they're full. It was about 2 hours for me. It may be different for you. If you have 64 nectar bushes, for instance, it might be a whole lot less. If you only have 1, it might take a whole lot more. So anyway, it takes about 2 hours for me. So I put in 2 hours as necessary to make, I'm doing the math right here too, can you hear it? To fill up the beehives. So then you harvest the beehives. Well, then you have to make the honey in the honey maker. Honey takes 17 minutes to make, which is about 0.27 hours, I believe. And then you have to make the honey popcorn itself, which is here 1 hour and 16 minutes, which is about 1.27 hours. So that comes down to be about 3.63-ish hours to make all of it. That number could change depending on how many bushes you have. And then if you do the math, honey popcorn sells for a maximum of 360 coins per box, which is a lot. So then if you do that math out, that comes out to about 98.9 is what I'm getting coins per hour, which is still really good. It's still less than half of what bread is. Bread is 210 coins per hour, but it's still 98.9 coins per hour, which is really good. All right, so why do I not normally make honey popcorn to sell to make a lot of money? Because you could make a lot of money. At 360 a box, if you had 10 boxes, you could sell it for 3,600, and someone would pay that. So it's absolutely reasonable. Why? Well, I tend to hoard my honey. I am a honey hoarder. I'm also a honey popcorn hoarder. When I make it for, say, a derby task, let's say it's a mystery derby task and I got it, I will hoard it. Why? Because it is very valuable to my townies. It's usually my cinema people, and they will usually want like 4 or 5 boxes at a time at the level I'm at. And so I like to keep at least that much. I keep 3 always, and then usually 4 or 5. I keep that in storage. The other thing is, honey being what it is, the maximum amount of beehives I can have is 4. They haven't made it possible for me to get another tree to have 8 beehives. So that means that the maximum from one tree, I can only make 2 jars of honey for each tree. So there is a limitation on it. Even though it takes 2 hours for it to fill, I can make 2 jars of honey in 35 minutes. And so now I'm waiting another hour and 25 minutes before these beehives get full again. So time-wise, it actually is not very efficient, because now your little honey thing is just sitting and it's not doing anything because you don't have any honeycombs to put inside it. So I don't find it to be the most efficient use of my time in regards to if I'm really trying to crank out and make money. Like right now, I'm just cranking through bread. I'm actually going to put some bread up. You can see I got 9 loaves. I usually put up 4 or 6 loaves. Why? Because sandwiches need 2 loaves of bread. The onion soup needs 2 loaves of bread. If you put up an odd number, but 4 to 6 normally sells pretty well. So there it is. And actually, let's do a test. Let's advertise. And let's see. Let's see how long it takes for somebody to purchase my bread from me. I'm going to harvest this wheat. Oops, my silo's full. That's one of the reasons why I need to work on updating my silo. But for now, I'm still working on upgrading my diner. I'm almost there. I think I need 2 more planks. Let's take a look, but I think I'm almost there. We are at 1 more plank. I'm 1 plank away, and I will have this thing up to 40% on the timer. And at that point, I will move over to my beach cafe. Working on getting all those timers up to 40%. So, and boom, it's already sold for max price. So what was that, a minute? So there you go. So there's your proof. You can sell bread fast, people. And that was max price. So, oops. Running out of room. Let's see, is my juicer? Yep, my juicer's totally full. All right. I'm going to sell some carrots. Should be able to sell those for max price too. Boom, boom. There we go. If somebody comes by and buys them, that's fine. I'll wait until I've got some more stuff to advertise first. Alright, what else? No, I never, ever, ever sell tomatoes to these people. Tomatoes are too valuable. What's up? Oh, nothing much. Okay. Alright, so that was the second place item. As I said, I'm not really thrilled with the way that that number came out because I don't think it's a very realistic number. If a noob was asking me, or somebody who just started being able to make honey popcorn, asked me, should I do honey popcorn to make money? I would say no. To me, it's too valuable for truck orders. You can get some decent points if you have something that has a honey popcorn in it as an order. I don't think I do. This just says plain honey. Oh, there's one. So see, 612 XP. That's a decent amount of XP based upon my orders. The max order over here is this 1,000, and that's because that top hat's inside it. So it's a decent amount of XP, and if you get a double XP truck day, that would be over 1,200 XP, and all you need is 1 honey popcorn for that. So I think it's more efficient to keep your honey popcorn and not sell it for money. Sell the bread, and I will tell you what number 3 is tomorrow. I like number 3 a lot better. I do number 3. If you've been watching, you will actually recognize when we talk tomorrow that I do this. I do number 3. I do number 1, which is bread. Let's see what else. I do number 6 on my list too. And I do number 8 on my list quite a bit. Yeah. I know. All nice and vague, right? What are you talking about? You'll know tomorrow. You'll know number 3 tomorrow. Otherwise, let's see. What else am I doing of any excitement? Not terribly much. Let's collect those olives. Let's see here. My machine is working on soy sauce. Another 2 hours on that one. Let's put another olive oil in there. More mayonnaise. Oop. I need more eggs for it. I've decided to start keeping more mayonnaise because when you have a big run on sandwiches, or on salads, frankly, you need mayonnaise. I got Rose right now, so she's working on it, so that's cool. Alright, let's put another mayo in there. What else? I'll leave that for now. Bread. Just keep making bread. I'll put a couple more loaves in there. Alrighty. So otherwise, nothing else much exciting going on. I'm still trying to get my poor fishing lures back up to maximum. Alright, I'm at 64 out of 75 because I used up so many of them during the Mystery Derby. And the Power Derby, I was actually doing a lot of fishing in both of those derbies, so I'm quite low. But I have my green lure and my blue lure, so once I get back into this next derby, if I take a fishing task, I can work on getting Platinum Roach, and I believe it's the Platinum Fall Fish, right? That was what we said. Platinum Roach. And yeah, the Fall Fish is a blue lure one. So Roach is best spot for that is in front of the Fisherman's Shack, and the best spot to get the Fall Fish is over here with the empty, the floating barrel over here. So I'll work on that once I get back into the next derby, which should hopefully be a nice, plain, boring, simple derby. Nothing too exciting. I had enough excitement for the last few weeks of the derbies. I don't dislike the Mystery Derby, but a lot of people get frustrated by it because you never know what's coming next, and if you're not ready for it, it can take you forever. So you really have to be cautious when you accept a mystery task to make sure you're ready for it, especially if you're lower level and you just don't keep you don't have a lot of barn space to keep product in stock, or if you don't have a lot of fishing lures inside your lure box. It can be a problem pretty quick. Oh, what do you need help with? Ooh, yep, with an onion soup. I got plenty of bread. There we go. So let's go make a couple onion soup, shall we? Because okay. Making bread. Need to make some more cheese though. Actually, can I harvest? Yeah, I can harvest some more dairy. I've got Rose, I might as well put her to work, right? The reason I have Rose is I got one of the freebies, the 3-day free Rose, and I'm like, yes. Rose is my favorite of the two helpers. I think I've told you that. I don't dislike Ernest, but I don't use him that often because I just keep everything pretty full on my own. But Rose is great because when I've harvested all my animals and I have a ton of feed I need to make, she does it for me, and I don't have to check back every 20 or 30 minutes to keep refilling the machine. As long as you have enough product, you have to have enough wheat and corn and soybeans and carrots to keep her happy. But, alright, that's all I got for now. Currently we're on a visitor bonus. So, yeah, I do it a little bit. I don't do the visitor stuff very often because I'm not always pleased with what they pay for it, but I do it on occasion. Get rid of that old tree, put a new one on. Alright, that's all I got for now. Next time we will talk about number 3 on the most profitable products to make in Hay Day. Happy farming!